Right, so we are in front of the St Andrew University in Scotland. We just popped into the cafe. It was really good.
Rector's Cafe.
Rector's Cafe, and £10 for all of it. It's quite good, isn't it?
It was.
Good
Very
deal.
nice.
So we were talking about the inventors in Scotland.
Yes.
Who?
Modern life wouldn't be the same without Scottish invention.
そうそう、だからイギリスのなんかこう発明者っていうのがなんか影に隠れてるなっていう気がするんですけど、実はものすごい数いるんですよね、重要な人たち。Okay?
Television?
テレビ? Okay.
John Logie Baird invented the television. Scotsman.
テレビ、はいはい、スコットランドの人。はい、それから
1926.
これは1928年ですね。
Mammal cloning.
Mammal cloning is the
No.
What is that?
It's a complete genetic replica of you. So they take some cells
クローン
and they clone you. Dolly the sheep was made in
はいはいはい、
University of Aberdeen.
羊をクローンで作るっていうのが
The Roslin Institute in the University of Edinburgh.
エジンバラ大学。
Okay.
へー、OK。
Telephone.
テレフォン、はい。
One of these things that we're talking to on, invented by Alexander Graham Bell.
そうか。ベルさんね。ベルさん。有名ですね。電話を発明した。これもスコットランド人。OK。
1876.
1876年。
Bell considered the telephone a nuisance and an intrusion on his real work, and as a result refused to have one in his study.
Why?
Having invented it, he didn't want it.
なんで断ったのそれ。Why?
Because it was a distraction.
Distraction?
Yeah. From his real work.
そうか。Okay, so he came across the telephone idea while he was researching something else.
Yes, he was his mother was his mother and his wife were both deaf.
耳の
And
聞
he
こえ
was
ない、はい、
looking
お
for
母
an
さんと
invention to allow them to hear.
はいはい、それで何か聞こえる音を出したいということ。
And while he was doing that, he came across
で、そ
a
の時
thing that
に電話っていうものを発見したんだけど、その電
allowed
話が
speech.
主ではないから、その章っていうか第一発明者だっていうことを断ったっていうんですよね。
Allowed speech to be transmitted down a line when you get telephone.
Okay. So he refused as a first inventor and moved to...
No. He invented the telephone, and that was fine. But he considered the telephone a nuisance, a distraction, and so refused to have one in his own study.
ちょっと待ってよ。ということは、電話の発明者で間違いはないんだけど、自分がじゃあ電話を使いたいかっていうと、使いたくない。So he didn't use telephone.
No.
But other people use.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Penicillin, the great one,
ペニシリンもそうですね。
Alexander Fleming.
はい。
The MRI scanner.
MRI スカナーの医学の医療のさ。
That's
それ
Aberdeen
も
University.
アバディーン。
Yeah.
それもスコットランド。すごいね。OK.
I
like the toilet flush one.
Refrigerator.
冷蔵庫でしょ
William Cullen.
ウィリアム・カレンさんでしょ
1710. He was born.
1710年に生まれたっていう人ですね。
And he demonstrated his discovery at Glasgow University in 1748.
1748年にグラスゴー大学でそれを発明した。冷蔵庫を考え。That time, the fridge obviously is ice.
No.
Ice
Yeah, it
above
was
or something.
just
So
ice.
He
Invented what the modern refrigerator, which is
with a wire of the gas.
Compression of gas.
ガスでちゃんと考えたんだ、その時。すごいな。OK。で、水洗トイレもスコットランドですね。
At the time, there was no commercial use for a refrigerator. Now there are 500 million fridges in the world.
世界で今何だから500 million?
Yeah.
That means 5億個の冷蔵庫が 今やあるっていう時代だけど、that time 1748 was only one, was it?
No, 1748 they didn't think there was going to be much use for it.
なんか冷蔵庫の意味があまりないっていうふうに昔は考えられて、その1748年発明した時には考えられた。So he couldn't make money.
And it wasn't one of the things he was planning on making.
Okay. And what else?
Daily disposable contact lenses.
これもコンタクト、デイリーコンタクトで毎日ほら買えるさ、コンタクトレンズ。これもスコットランドなのか。
Ron Hamilton developed the disposable lens in 1995.
1995年に発明しました。Okay.
He was the son of a West Coast curling stone manufacturer.
Curling stone?
You know curling stones? Slide on the ice? That's curling. His son, he was the son of a man who made curling stones.
That's a game, is it? Curling stone. ボーリングなカーリングストーン。
Yeah, it's like
no movement, like
cross between bowling and ice hockey.
カーリングストーンっていうなんか雪の上でこうなんかこうなんて言ったらいいのかな、円盤みたいなのがあって、それをこう置いてハケみたいなので少しずつ動かすっていうの。あれの、インベンター。
Ron Hamilton.
ロム・ハミルトンお父さんが発明してたって。面白いファミリーだ
The
ね。
ATM.
ATM、キャッシュマシン、はい。
Cash machine invented in 1966 by a Scotsman the name of James Goodfellow.
何 So the Scottish people are genius. これみんなイギリス人だと思ってるよ。Everybody think that is an English invent.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not Scots.
And James what as well?
More than that. So, colour photography.
カラー写真、はい。
James Clerk Maxwell, and you probably heard Maxwell's name.
Maxwell,
and the father of physics. He's the one who did a lot of the particles, of physical particles like quarks and photons and muons and all of the bits and pieces like that. But yes, he's introduced the world to three-color process in 1855.
1855年にそのカラー写真について。だって要するにそのピクセルの小さいピクセルのその発明者。So that is the pixels.
Pixel, no, are different. That's computer.
But you said something to do with the what did you say? The
three-color process.
Yeah, but beforehand there is particles.
The particles. No, that's physics. That's his physics work.
So particle usually is a powdery thing, or the small pixels or something like that.
No. So try and think of Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
James Clerk Maxwell was the same radiation. That sort of small particles.
だからそのアインシュタインとかと同じ物理学者の話でいうパーティクルって普通通訳するときって結局粉状のものとか粒状のものとかっていう言い方をすると物理学上のパーティクルだそうです。OK?
Kaleidoscopes. Children's toy? With all the colours in the tube?
なんとか鏡って言ってさ、その鏡があって、なんか千代紙みたいなのがあって、くるくるって回すといろんなパターンに見える。これもスコットランドの。
So David Brewster. 1816.
1816年です。
Flushing toilets.
I already said that.
These actually, they've found not flushing toilets in the way that we know it, but there are two places in Scotland, Skara Brae, which is an ancient Neolithic settlement on the edge of Orkney, and there's another one a bit further up where they found that ancient man knew about moving waste. He would have a toilet and he had the stream that ran through, and they took water from it before for cooking and washing.
I thought it's a Roman idea.
Nope.
私はローマの遺跡に行った。
Around before that.
When I go to Roman village,
Yes.
often you can see the gutter.
Yes, that's exactly the same system was used by Neolithic man as well.
ニオレセック。なるほど。だからローマだとかニオレセックだとかっていう時代にすでに溝のようなものがあって、そこに何か汚いものを落とすっていうものが、水の流れがあったっていうんだけど、それをさらに水洗トイレに変えたのがスコットランド人だったという。
Hypodermic needle?
Needle?
Yeah, injection needle.
The 注射針。注射針も。
Alexander Wood.
There are so many Alexander like Alexander.
Oh yeah, me, Lawrence Alexander Stenhouse. Discovered after he was studying bees and discovered how they sting. So he came up with the idea of a needle with a hole in it.
なるほど。蜂に、針がある。それを元に考えたんだそうです。Okay.
Fingerprints.
Fingerprints. 指紋
Scottish doctor Henry Faulds, who first suggested it back in 1880.
1880 1880にその指紋を取るっていうことを考えました。
And finally, vacuum flask.
いや、バキュームって何よ What do you want to suck?
You know, not vacuum, like a thermos flask for keeping
フラ
things
スコ
warm.
はいフラスコ
Flasks were invented by James Dewar,
OK
1892.
1892 So 1892年はい
Pneumatic tyre, John Dunlop.
ダンロップのタイヤOK
Tidal turbines, invented in Scotland.
ターバインもターバインでこうなんていうとプロペラのような大きいものがあるんですけど、例えば船なんかについているようなもの。
Orbital Marine run the one off Orkney.
オークニーで。
Yeah. And last but not least, James Watt.
ジェームズ君また。
And he wasn't the inventor of the steam engine. He was the improver of the steam engine.
だからスティームエンジン、その蒸気機関車だとか蒸気に関するエンジンなんだけど、これは一番最初かっていうそうじゃない。そのあったものをすべてトータルで総合して一つのものにした解決してしまった完成させてしまったのがこのジェームズ君なんです、
ね。So Bolton and Watt. Bolton was a Manchester man. Watt was Scots, and they are the two that provided most of the steam engines for the Industrial Revolution. James Watt, originally Richard Trevithick came up with the beam steam engine, which is just steam in a cylinder. James Watt came up with a condenser, which condensed the steam and improved the efficiency.
Water cooling.
Yeah.
だから水冷でそのスチームを一気にこう圧縮するっていうことを考えたのはこのジェームズ君なんですね。
1776 he was.
これが1776年。すごいね。でも名前が全部ジェームズ君とかさ、アレキサンダー君とかさ、同じような名前がいっぱいある。
And there were several dozen people who came up with light bulbs. Edison is the one who came up with it last, but patented it.
Yeah.
James Bowman Lindsay played a part. He came up with a light bulb with a copper filament.
銅でその電球を、作るということを考え出した。で最終的に完成させた人っていうのが今のライトさん。The light.
No.
So I thought light is brothers. No.
Edison. Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison か。
American inventor. And Edison he's got something like, Edison's got like 50 patents. He was, his big...
ライセンス
Yeah.
ライセンスだから特許を取ったっていうのがこのトーマス君ですね。素晴らしいですね。
His big rival was Nicholas Tesla.
テスラ君車のテスラ君
The two of them wanted electricity into houses, and Tesla wanted direct current, and Edison wanted alternating current. It's what we have at the moment.
If it is direct, what happens?
Nothing. A torch battery is direct current. A car battery is direct current. It doesn't flicker.
Right.
It can be more dangerous.
だから
But it's
直流だと、ダイレクトだとの危
that's
険
how
性が出るの。
that is how Edison discredited Tesla.
Right.
Because he said, oh yes, if you want direct current, that's how they kill
People.
people, execute people, they electrocute them. That's direct current. And it's true, it
し
is.
かしテスラ君はwhen we went to the
Zagreb in Croatia.
クロアチアにいた時のテスラミュージアムっていうのがあって。
Yes, because Nikolai Tesla came from Croatia.
So that's a different person.
Yes.
同じでもテスラ。
No, it's not the current Tesla.
Right.
That's a name.
そうか、テスラという同じ名前であって車とは関係がなくって、その電球に関しても名字がテスラさんだ。なんてややこしいんだ。
This is Nikolai Tesla,
what
who
we
was
were
the
talking
inventor.
at the beginning was basically the England. Everybody thinks that England is great.
No, it shouldn't
the
be.
Industrial Revolution.
No, it shouldn't be.
The Victorian time.
No, it shouldn't be.
The 25% of land was actually, taken by England.
Yeah.
English gentlemen.
Yeah.
But in fact, Scottish people are hidden behind that.
Yeah.
And actually, Scottish people were probably greater than English people that time, actually.
Yep.
It's amazing. So we're moving from St Andrew University to, is it Perth?
We're going to Pitlochry.
Pitlochry, okay.
Pitlochry.
Pitlochry. And we had
Aberfeldy,
okay.
And we came through a village today on the way here called Ochtermachty.
I think this is the longest we ever done, okay?